It's time for another comic book review, and the comic book I am reviewing today is called Marvel All Color Comics Adventure in the Fear with the Man Called Morbius, the Living Dracula. And that is a very, very long title. And I'm going to say up front that this comic scares me. I think I've said before that I don't like these Draculas. They're just proper scary. Normally, I wouldn't even buy a comic about a Dracula, but this one, if you have a look, it was priced at 7 pence. That is dead cheap. Nowadays, Marvel, they sell some of the new comics for like £6. That's almost 100% markup of that. You could say that Marvel comics are about as bloodthirsty as these Draculas, eh? little bit of highbrow satire there. This is a classic Stan Lee comic. This is Morbius, the Living Dracula. He's dressed up for the disco. It's Dracula in disguise. So, like, if you go down to the disco for a little dance or to make time with your girl, before you know it, a Dracula is eating your blood. I must point out, I'm not joking, I'm not being silly. It scares us, it really does. These Draculas, they're scary. And one of the reasons they're so scary is because they didn't care, really. Like, they never ask you, do you want to give us some of your blood? They just take it. And I don't think me and a Dracula would get on. For example, I love garlic. But another thing, like, if you're in the bathroom at the end of the day and you're, like, brushing your teeth and you're looking in a mirror, if there's a Dracula behind you, you're not going to see him. That's why I advise always brush your teeth with your back to the mirror, so you can see if there is a Dracula sneaking up on you. Anyway, right, this comic, it opens up, and Morbius, the Living Dracula, he is jumping at this couple, and it honestly chills us to the bone. Like, this could be you, and this could be your girlfriend one day. Just, necking on, and then out comes a Dracula to ruin your night. This is why I don't have a girlfriend, because I didn't want a Dracula getting us. But this opening scene, it's spine tingling, really. And he's like gonna eat their blood, and it's tense. And then he eats their blood, right? But he's not full, the greedy little Dracula. And so he goes after the other one. He goes after the woman. And you'll never guess what? He eats her blood too. And he's still not full. And at this point I was thinking, besides the spookiness and that, this is quite a good little introduction. You've got a scary Dracula, he's eating blood, and there's a little mystery, why isn't he full? But then all goodwill, or should I say all hallow will? No, I shouldn't, because that isn't even a pun or a play on words. It is just saying hallow in place of good. The comic, right, it is stupid because it turns out that the blood isn't making them full because they're aliens. Now, that's a twist. It's an okay twist, but it's also shit because it turns out he's in space. Like, why are you putting a Dracula in space? Like, I am not one of them Dracula fans that watch Blood True and Twilight, but there are people, goths mainly, that like reading about Draculas eating blood. So I don't understand why you are doing a book about a Dracula, and instead of doing stories about being a Dracula, you're putting him in space. Like, people won't be buying. People would be buying this for the Draculas, not secretly hoping that there's aliens and it's a sci-fi book set in space. And like, the one good bit of him eating alien blood and then not filming him, it was covered in the first few pages, and the rest is just sci-fi, learning about this alien race. The Dracula element barely even comes into it. And honestly, other than that bit at the start where he was eating blood, this Morpheus, it could just be replaced with any other character. It's like he's irrelevant to the whole thing. And then it ends. Then it ends with him eating some more alien blood, because third time's the charm. As I said, I don't like Draculas. They honestly give us the heebie-jeebies. I've been terrified of them ever since I saw that film, Eddie Murphy in the Haunted Mansion. But that doesn't really affect me saying that this comic is bad. It is about a Dracula, and it isn't very good at being about a Dracula. But I will say that if we sent all the Draculas, like all the real ones, into space, like Morpheus in this, I'm alright with that. So I rate this comic 7 thumbs up.